Here are today's top news stories and why they matter. France has formally handed back its last military bases in Senegal, marking end of 65 years of French military presence in the country. The pullout comes after similar withdrawals in West and Central Africa, with former colonies increasingly turning their backs on their former ruler. Around 350 French soldiers, primarily tasked with conducting joint operations with the Senegalese army, will depart the West African nation after a 3-month process. France started ceding its bases to Senegal in March. And why is this pullout significant? First, it signals a shift in Africa's-France relations. Senegal's President Bassirou Diomaye Faye demanded France withdraw troops by 2025, that is this year, after winning elections on a promise of radical change. Secondly, it sends a strong message that the West African nations formerly colonized by France want to stamp their sovereignty and self-sufficiency. Many nations insist that foreign military bases aren't acceptable in independent countries. Thirdly, this is a broader trend taking shape in Africa. Other former French colonies such as Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger, and Central African Republic have also severed ties with France, instead turning to Russia for support. However, some analysts are skeptical of Russia inheriting the foothold of Western influence in some African nations. Others fear that France cutting ties with African nations will dent the anti-terrorism efforts, especially in the Sahel region. Still in West Africa, hundreds of demonstrators have staged a protest in Liberia's capital, Monrovia, demanding greater government accountability. Evelyn Pade has more on what the protesters are demanding.
The protest is led by Moluba Molu, once a senior figure in former President George Weah's party, now heading the New Pressure Group. The group Solidarity for a New Dawn stand, in consortium with other rights groups, is accusing the Boakai government of economic mismanagement and corruption. Boakai, who narrowly won the 2023 election, has suspended several officials over alleged theft and corruption and promised reform to attract investors. But critics say it is too little and too slow.
We are protesting because our government lied to us and there are promises that he made. He said he came to rescue, but he did not come to rescue us. There are many people suffering, no food.
As of today, we gave the government 3 months. If no response from this government, December will come out in December.
And finally, Germany will provide an initial contribution of 10 million euros, that is $11.59 million, to the World Bank Trust Fund this year with the support of the Compact with Africa. German Finance Minister Lars Klingbeil has said experts see this move in the context of Germany potentially filling gaps left by shifts in US policy in Africa under Trump's administration. But what are the key aspects of Germany's engagement with Africa? Now, the current compact with Africa is Germany's program under its G20 presidency that was in 2017 to boost private investment in Africa by improving economic and financial frameworks. Germany has also pledged 4 billion euros in Africa's green energy sector until 2030, aiming for climate-friendly energy supply based on green hydrogen. And what are the implications of Germany's engagement? Strategic partnerships. Economic resilience. Africa's growth powered by structural reforms and the African Continental Free Trade Area presents opportunities for collaboration. And that's all we had for you today. Don't forget to leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe to our channel DW Africa. My name is George Okachi.